Hi there, Jeff here from the Wetsuit Centre, talking to you today about the Billabong Revolution Winter Wetsuit, 5/4 wetsuit for 2012 into 2013 winter wetsuit. Basically, this is the first year where the Billabong Revolution hasn't changed drastically. For the last few years, they've really tinkered around between the different styles of entry system, the cut of the suit, the panelling of the suit, and the technology inside the suit. This has stayed pretty much the same, or pretty much true to winter 2012, and the reason for that is because last year it was a really popular suit. They got it bang on. Good pricing, good performance wetsuit, so lots of flexibility, really nice styling, and good features within the suit, and it sort of went down very well with people that like that kind of suit, and so they've kept it pretty much the same. Okay, so in terms of the sort of basic elements of the suit, it's a 5/4. Basically that means you've got 5mm of neoprene through the majority of the suit, so the central part of the suit and the midriff where you need a bit more weight, a bit more thickness for warmth, and then 4mm in the arms where you need a bit more flexibility. A lot of people might be wondering why it's not a 5/4-3, because a lot of the time winter suits have 3mm of neoprene in the arm. My guess towards this is that the grade of neoprene is so high now that Billabong are using, and other companies, it's so flexible that you can actually sort of keep that thicker mill on the arm where you get, so it keeps a little bit more warmth, but you won't lose any flexibility, so still a huge amount of flex. Way more flex than you could ever need, really. So it's a 5/4, okay, which is an interesting point. The main features of the Revolution then is the price point. It's about £185 this year, so a really well priced wetsuit, and for that kind of money you get a huge amount of technology. Minimal panelling on the suit, so suits like this where they don't have that smooth skin material and just have one big panel, you can definitely tell that they're geared up towards performance and flexibility. So one big piece of neoprene, that means no seams and lots of flex, so you can imagine what that feels like on, really flexible. And it's the same around the back, no smooth skin, minimal panels, all strategically bent to sort of match the shape of your body and give you optimum flex throughout the suit. Okay, the quality of neoprene is really, really good. The jersey's really soft, the neoprene itself is full of air. It's a high-grade neoprene, which basically means it's better insulating you because it has more air within it to trap your body heat as it leaves your body. It will stick to your body better, which will allow the neoprene to do a better job, and it will also give you more flex and move with your body better than sort of standard cheaper neoprene. So that's 100% the whole way through the suit, and definitely to touch it feels fantastic. Minimal panelling, as I say before, and the seams are kind of a mixture of seams on this particular suit. You do have the liquid taping, which is this kind of rubber sealant over the seams. The whole suit is glued and blind stitched, so it's stitched strategically not to let any water in. So the punch holes on the suit don't go the whole way through. So you can see here on the arm, basically you've got it's glued stitched halfway through and then glued the other side. And they use this liquid taping to really sort of make the key points, the sort of stress points, nice and durable, so they won't rip or pull apart. And they really double up the stitching there as well. Okay, so you get a mixture. You get that sort of sealed seam through the arm there. They drop the liquid taping because they figure that you don't really need it on this part of the arm. They bend the seams, and it means that you don't have any sort of restriction in flex there. But then they take the liquid taping back up again around the arms, around the sides of the suit here, and around the lower leg. So where you need a bit more sort of like sealant, should be a bit more assured that no water is going to get through the seams, they just sort of use the liquid taping there just to really sort of make sure that does happen. Okay, around the chest you do get the sort of standard stitching, and around the lower lumbar region as well, just to make sure that you've got lots of flex through your back, through the upper part of the suit. One thing you might have noticed as well, around the back of it, you've got the standard knee pads, Duraflex knee pads, puffed out slightly to lock your knee in, and means that the suit won't wear through on the knee because it's very, very robust. Around the back of the knee, they just cut some of the suit away to give you sort of flex when you bend your knee. Everything's thought about with this particular suit. Further up, you've got the standard neck. You've got a single line neck, which I'm very keen on. I'm not a huge fan of the roll necks personally because I don't like something tight around my neck. So it's nice and thin around the neck. You've got a dip around the Adam's apple, so it's nicely designed just to lock in around your neck. Stop any flush throughs and feel nice and comfortable at the same time because you've got that smooth skin on the inside there, which stops any rash or rub. This particular suit is a chest zip system. Very popular, the chest zip system, because you get rid of the need of a zip on the back, so you have more flex through the back of the suit. Unbroken seal around the neck, so it's less prone to flush through. The only downside is it's a little bit harder to get in and out of. But having said that, the suits are so flexible these days, the necks open up so wide that basically it's very easy to get in and out of, and you do get the hang of it quite quickly. So the chest zip goes up and over the head, joins across the front, and that basically means that any water that comes up the side of the suit, and that's the only place it can get in, or through the collar, instead of going into the suit, it's met with the inside panel there basically, which comes very high up around your neck, and that will mean that any water that comes through is guided out through the front of the suit, and you've got a little drain hole there as well, which gets rid of the water, and you get that around the back of the suit as well, just to get rid of the water. So chest zip system really effective at keeping out the water. The big pieces of neoprene come right up to the top of the neck. Then if I turn it inside out, you can see all this pink material, and basically that's the high grade neoprene that Billabong use. You can call it whatever you want, ultra light, super light, ultra stretch, whatever you want to call it. It's just basically a high grade soft neoprene. That runs the whole way through the suit, and in certain places you get, most of it's just got the standard stitching inside, liquid taped on the outside, but then in the sort of key stress areas where you might pull and push on the suit a little bit more, they tape it and liquid tape it as well. Okay, you get those sort of taping spots there. One thing that's noteworthy on this suit as well, this is actually the kidney area, and lots of people might be familiar with this sort of furry material. It's a thermal material, polypro, and basically that's really good at retaining heat inside the suit. So they place it just around the kidneys, that's the only part that you get it, but that's the most important area to keep warm, because if your kidneys stay warm, your blood stays warm, if your blood stays warm, your body stays warm. So they just place it around your kidneys, which will keep you nice and snug, but the rest of the suit is pretty much just that high grade of lightweight neoprene. So that's pretty much everything going on inside the Billabong Revolution. In terms of price point, you're looking at £185 this year retail price. So it's a really fantastic suit for that kind of money, and it's really going to be geared up towards people that like a nice flexible wetsuit. It's still going to be very warm because obviously you've got that thermal material and a high grade of neoprene, and it's liquid taped, but really a performance wetsuit for people that like to have a lot of freedom and manoeuvrability in the water.